We have more on Calvino Inman, the Tennessee teenager we first told you about yesterday. When he cries tears, and there's blood in the tears. Our Dr. Jennifer Ashton is here with more on this story. Good morning.
Good morning, Harry. Calvino Inman says he can shed tears of blood up to 3 times a day, but nobody knows what's causing this rare medical condition.
My eyes are bleeding.
15-year-old Calvino Inman says he can't control his tears of real blood, tears that can burn.
I felt it coming up like a tear. Like I felt my eyes watering.
The teenager says the bloody tears can last from 15 minutes to an hour.
But the scariest thing in my life is when he looked at me and said, "Mom, am I going to die?" That right there broke my heart.
Inman's mom, Tammy Minot, said she called 911 when she first saw the tears.
They done an MRI, they done a CAT scan, they did it with and without an IV, they've done ultrasounds.
Inman could be suffering from a rare condition called hemolacria, but doctors have been unable to confirm or pinpoint the cause of the bloody tears. Calvino could be suffering from a rare condition called hemolacria, but doctors have been unable thus far to confirm or pinpoint the cause of these bloody tears, Harry.
And joining us now is Calvino Inman and his mom, Tammy Minot. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Fine, you?
Good, I'm good. When did this first start happening?
Toward the end of May.
Toward the end of May, so just this past spring. And does it happen spontaneously? What does it feel like when it starts to happen?
Feels like a regular tear most of the time.
Yeah, but it's not like you're not crying because you've watched a sad movie. You start to, what happens?
It just comes up. I can be sitting in the front room watching TV and it'll just start bleeding.
And it just starts bleeding, right. When it first happened, what did you think?
Honestly, I thought I was going to die.
Really? Calvino comes to you and says, "Mom, this crazy thing is going on with me." What did you think?
I didn't know what to think.
Yeah.
I thought, where's my phone? I need to call 911.
Yeah. So you've been to how many different doctors to talk about this?
Oh, anywhere from 4 or 5.
4 or 5 different ones.
Maybe more than that.
Yeah, and has it been, is it frustrating? Is it aggravating? What is it like to be sort of going through this medical journey that there doesn't seem to be a clear answer for?
It was frustrating. It was really aggravating until Dr. Fleming came in the picture.
All right.
He gave us a sign of hope.
All right. And now, do kids give you a bad time about it, or kids giving you a bad time at school?
At first they did. They called me possessed and all these different names, and now that they see it's getting really serious, they're all starting to either not crying in my face, telling me how sorry they are.
Huh.
They're praying for me.
How about that? How
So,
about that? This whole thing, is it unsettling to you? Are you worried? Or does it disturb you that this thing is going on that's kind of hard to explain?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does, because I'm worried. I don't want to pass away because I kind of love my life.
They've assured you, I hope, that you're not in any imminent danger of that. You've had a chance to talk to Calvino's doctor.
Yeah.
What seems to be going on here?
Well, there's an interesting history here, Harry, that Calvino actually has suffered with nosebleeds for several years and actually had to have some procedures done to control that bleeding. And just based on the anatomy of where the tear duct is, what we're thinking, and Calvino's doctor told me this last night when I spoke to him, that there might be some abnormal connection near the tear duct because it is very close to the nasal cavity.
Right.
And that might be at play here. But, you know, I think what's really important about this case, and Tammy is such a great example of this, is that they live in a pretty rural area.
Right.
But she has not let that stop her from really reaching out to a lot of experts and trying to get answers. You know, in medicine, we don't always have all the answers, but the key is to find some smart doctors and caring doctors, which they clearly have, to try and work on it.
Right. What have they told you is the next step, or is there an obvious next step?
We're going to UT Memphis. That's where Dr. Fleming's at.
Yeah, right. Is there do you have the sense that this could be stopped eventually, like through surgery or
There
something?
have been very few reports of this in the medical literature, Harry, and in most cases it goes away on its own. And we have to remember the premise in medicine is first do no harm. So that pertains to both the diagnosis or workup as well as treatment. We don't want to make the situation worse as they try to figure out what's going on with Calvino.
I've got a 16-year-old at home. You look like a pretty healthy kid. Are you healthy otherwise?
Yes, sir.
Everything is good?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Well, good attitude
Keep
helps.
us posted.
Keep, chasing after the doctors and everything else. We also have some ideas around here that we're working on as well. Thank you for coming in and sharing your story. I'm glad the kids are not giving you a bad time anymore.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks very much. Dr. Ashton, you too.